position of the prophet in those days, can I do anything for you? And her answer is extraordinary. Okay, we're going to come back to this because I think this is the key to understanding it. In Hebrew, Vatome, and it's very kind of brusque in Hebrew, B'tocha mi anochi yoshevet. And she answers, I dwell among my...
And I came into the room very early in the morning. It was the first session, and there were already two guys sitting in the front row with mustaches. And they were looking at me very suspiciously, and one said, are you the guy who's going to tell me that we're descended from monkeys?
One servant, 3 servants, 7 servants. Don't think that this meant that they were any different from people of their kind of level in the that year, in the 1800s. Families of quite modest circumstances had certain...
Amen.
It should be something like it in sort of Edgeware, but there's 2 communities on top of each other. What are these people interested in? They're interested in family, schooling, and young community services. So Jewish education. Jewish education has become an interesting...
At the time, it was quite common to decorate art curtains with lots and lots of these medallions. So people in the community would write their name, that's name, it says Joseph, the pearl catcher or the pearl seller, that was his job. And they would donate these coins or these medallions, and they would be sewn onto an ark curtain.
From Ethiopian history, going way, way, way back, about Africa, the Gondar region, Israel, showing them the maps of Israel and how close it is to Ethiopia, and what they don't know about Ethiopian Jews or Jews in Africa in general, especially, say, people like the Quarry Jews that nobody have ever heard of. Well, most people have.
19th century. So if you lived in Cardiff and you were going to peddle your goods as a tallyman, and you went to the villages, if you got as far as, well, you did 2 days travelling, and you got, say, to a village on Wednesday, well, you had to get back for Shabbat. So you had to turn around, so it was really a waste of half the week. So what they used to do, they used to sort of...
Perhaps he can be persuaded to forgo a little. She told them. She then pretended to go to appease him and returned with a number of reduced...
I'm not sure whether that emerges from the language, actually. L'taken olam is the subject of the infinitive, the maker of the action remains God. The only way of translating lirot, because we are the ones who perceive the fruits of this, is to use the word we. But
that's beautiful, that one. What lovely colours.
You can take pictures of these.
Yes, and I'll take a picture of you as well. Very nice indeed. And that's an unusual one as well, isn't it?
You can take a picture of the crop.
Ooh, can I?
Where's your piece? This is your piece. Cut the down, bubble side down. Yep.
And goes. His aim is he's now going to do what they asked him to do, which was
talk to God.
Talk to God. And come back with
trains teachers and others to be able to teach that, and amongst other things organises visits to Auschwitz as part of a broader education programme. And again, that's
example. For a woman, the description will be totally inadequate. Now, it's difficult to go, I'm not going to go into this in detail because I don't have time, but any decent deconstructionist could immediately deconstruct what I'm saying.
Sorry, when he got, when he finished as President of the Board of Editors in 1985. just couldn't stop setting up organisations and running Jewish campaigns. It was almost in his blood. He couldn't sit still. And I was at the thick end of that as we sort of tried to do a few things. So my background was doing a lot of that sort of Jewish campaigning sort of activity. I've now been involved in it for many years. I went into mainstream politics, I went into commerce, a whole variety.
So, what is the Mishnah? It's halachic, of course, not Agadic. It's about Jewish law. It's not a code of halacha, of course. It does present contradictory opinions. It doesn't generally discuss its method, with a couple of main exceptions. It's not. It doesn't present a philosophy as such in its own terms.
Just now, I have come from the Chagall, the Jewish artists, and Mark Rothko, which was a load of things that I didn't know about Mark. I didn't know Mark Rothko, but of course I knew Chagall, and I've enjoyed everything else. I started off the morning with genealogy, which has given me food for thought. Then Jerry Power and Boris Zito, and they were great fun. Couldn't stop them. And then after that, what did I do after that? Oh, Sylvia Nakamura, which was very interesting.
To be here. I remember hearing about the last one, was it 5 years ago? And it's great to come back today and see over 300 people learning Jewish. It's a great programme, it's a great site, a great venue. I'm just really excited to be here.
And what Elliot didn't mention was the programme, which is even better. An amazing variety of people have come down, and we've got. It's a shame that Fires, for instance, didn't come, but it doesn't seem to make a dent in the rest of the programme, because there are 7 or 8 programme sessions in every session. Very impressive, and there are some great names that haven't been to Limmud before, which is a bit of a coup. Well done, congratulations, all power.
I'm originally from Glasgow, but I live in Whitstable in Kent, about an hour and a half. I've come all day and all this way just to hear Clive, and it would have been worth everything. Amazing.